Ask about it. If you don't know, if you don't ask the people, and like you don't try to figure out what's actually happened, then like you're never gonna accept them.
Encouraging words to get to know your neighbors. 300 refugees come to live in Fargo every year. This month, Lutheran Social Services is helping resettle 60 people. But when we hear about ISIS recruiting youth from the Somali American community in the Twin Cities, it can be easy to stereotype. Valley News Team's Macy Anger spoke with several people trying to break down barriers and learn about their new neighbors.
Where I'm from is beautiful. Somalia is amazing.
Laurel Ivers listened, learned, and tried a few words from the Somali culture.
Inshallah.
Along with a dozen others, Ivers came to the downtown Fargo Library for a lesson on Somalia and the people who were born there.
I think it's hard for all of us because I think if we're honest with ourselves, we kind of are more comfortable with people like us.
Ivers grew up in South Fargo. In the past few years, she's noticed the community become more diverse.
Things have changed so much, such a mix of cultures, and I really wanted to know more.
I feel like people have like a lot of questions, like, but they don't want to ask us. You know, they don't want to ask why do you dress like that? Why do you act like this? Why don't you do like certain things? I just want to like explain to them how does it feel like to be Somali in America.
I've lived in the refugee camp.
Shira Muhammad says he wants to educate people about his culture. He has heard about ISIS trying to recruit Somalian American youth in Minneapolis and says that's the reason many families move to the Fargo-Moorhead area.
I think it's always human nature to be able to fear what you don't know.
I heard about the things that are going on in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and this is so different than what I hear about that.
To hear people talk about that, the same thing that I'm concerned about, you know, that they can raise their family here, that they can get jobs here, that they can go to school here. Just learning about some of the differences like that really helps.
And for Ivers, it's given her a chance to meet her new neighbors. In Fargo, Macy Anger, Valley News Live.
To address the concerns over the Syrian refugee crisis, Secretary of State John Kerry announced this morning that the United States will increase the number of worldwide refugees it takes. 85,000 refugees will move to the U.S. next year, up from 70,000. And in 2017, that total would rise to 100,000.